Good evening. I want to call to order the July 23rd special meeting of the Charter Revision Commission. Will you all please stand and say Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United
States of America,
and to the
to the republic
which it
which it
stands,
stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
liberty
with
and
liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, I don't have that much in the form of a chairman update, but I was looking through the draft minutes from last time. And our last meeting, which we held with the Board of Selectmen, we were getting wrapped around the whole process axle a little bit, and we said, okay, so let's spend a couple minutes at this meeting to understand what happens after we go forward. So maybe if Jason or Phil, you want to just take us through. So tonight, we're gonna vote the big document forward, and we're gonna vote forward the overview that Commissioner Trestic has made. And we don't have to go through the town clerk, so I can just, or you guys can just email that to the Board of Selectmen and could you just take us through that next process of what has to happen in that 15 days with the Board of Selectmen and what they can approve and what they can't approve in the process?
Sure. So after you send the document to the Board of Selectmen, they then have 15 days to accept or reject it or accept or reject portions of it. And that's completely within their purview. So they will have a meeting within 15 days. I think they're planning on doing it August 6th, but it could be any time within the next 15 days.
Actually, next week, I think they're planning to do it next week.
So when it's up to
July 29th or whatever it is. I don't know what the exact date is, but yes.
And then what the result of that meeting will be, items that are accepted they'll then take some sort of action as to whether or not when that'll go on the ballot, which I believe the intent is this November.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the end of August or first week in September, they'll have to approve, the Board of Selectmen will have to approve specific questions that'll go on the ballot. That won't happen within the 15 days. Once we know what the charter looks like, then we'll
Right.
work and put together draft questions, and in working with the Board of Selectmen, they'll go on the ballot. Items that are rejected, the statute has a provision that allows a petition by residents within 45 days. It requires I believe the number is 10% of electors can petition to.
Whoa, wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 10%. 6,000 people, is that, I mean, well, it's electors, it's not residents, right? So, yeah.
Electors. So that process also exists.
Okay.
So those are the next steps. Really, the most fundamental thing is within the next 15 days, the Board of Selectmen will take some action, either accepting or
Right.
rejecting the charter or portions of it.
And they can only vote down or vote up things that we've discussed. So if there's something we haven't ever talked about in this meeting, and somebody in the Board of Selectmen says, hey, I want to change paragraph 15, and we've never talked about it, can't happen. It can only be things that we've discussed and voted for.
Even if you've talked about it, the Board of Selectmen cannot make any changes. They can only accept or reject what you've done.
Got it. Okay. Accept the reject. Okay.
And
Thank
if for
you.
some reason there isn't action taken in the 15 days, that is presumed to be a rejection, one would assume?
We were looking at that issue, and I believe that's the answer
Yeah.
that we came to, is that it'll be, if there's no action, then it's a rejection.
And then in theory.
Sorry, that's the overall document or each individual? The overall document, right.
Overall,
If no action is taken by the Board of Selectmen, then it's a no for the whole document moving forward to November.
It is not deemed an acceptance.
Yeah, okay, that would make sense. And then in theory, then we would have, if we wanted to pursue a petition or someone else in the town wanted to pursue a petition, there'd be 45 days from that to get to 10%.
Oh.
That's right.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Okay.
So 45 days after a vote rejecting, you could have a petition signed by not less than 10% of the electors.
So even if it's not a vote? If it's
So I
just
guess
a-
I was gonna say, does the
Presumably.
Does the 15, if no action taken in 15 days, I guess that's a vote of rejection by de facto, yeah? I guess.
We can make that
They're gonna have to
determination.
research that.
Okay.
We're gonna have to see what, how a rejection comes about or an acceptance comes about.
Got it, okay.
And determine what the timeline is from there.
Okay.
It's almost like a pocket veto.
It's a pocket.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's exactly right, yeah, so.
Two questions.
Yes, please.
I asked this question last time. The mechanism of the presentation at the Board of Selectmen, acceptance or rejection. If you move to accept, if there's a motion to accept, and that's a 1-1 vote, then it's rejected. If there's a motion to reject, and there's a 1-1 vote, that's accepted.
It's not accepted, it's no action, so.
It's no action.
So let's say there's a
Which is a
motion.
rejection. Yeah, right.
Let's say there's a motion to reject your recommendations in section 2, right, of the charter. And that motion fails, or is deadlocked, so it fails. Then there's no action on that. That item is still in there. But there ultimately needs to be a vote to accept something in order for the charter to move forward in advance.
So, reading tea leaves, if there's no action by the Board of Selectmen on a possible meeting on the 29th, and we go to the 6th, and there's a 1-1 membership of the Board of Selectmen, 2 people are gonna vote on acceptance or rejection of the charter. If there is a pocket veto or a rejection of the charter, there's no way that the charter has a shelf life past August 6th. Is that fair?
Yeah, after the 15 days.
After
There'll
the
be
15
some
days.
vote taken, and if that's tantamount to a rejection, then it ends there. If there is a vote in the positive, which would be 2 votes to accept, then those provisions move on.
Okay.
I thought that was where the 10% kicked in.
Or, I mean, that's always.
Or you could, yeah, right. Or it could only exist in our hearts.
Our memories.
In our yeah. That happened in my heart, my memories. So, okay, thank you. Is there any further questions? I just wanted to make sure we understood that. I know there was a lot of discussion mingled in with a lot of other discussion, so that was a good overview. Thank you for that, Jason. Item number 4, to hear, consider, and approve the draft minutes of July 17th. They are up on our screen. If I may paraphrase, it's a lot of motions by me to get through the one agenda item that the Board of Selectmen of ours rejected, which was without cause. So we went through in detail, make sure that each department head was properly addressed without cause, with cause, and make sure that the language was correct, and Attorney Bucksbaum kept us honest through the whole process. Just before we vote on this, what I want to do tonight is we're going to go back through the entire document by paragraph. We'll be flipping quick, and if there's I know the town attorney and our CRC attorney do have a change to make in section 3.3. When we get to 3.3, we'll stop. We'll consider that and move on. So if we have any other changes, or if there's a thought that we might have misrepresented one of the department head roles, we can have it tonight. So I don't want to rush the process, but I want to make sure we go through each and everything and step through, make sure we can give one final thing. So, yes.
Can I provide like a little qualifier on that?
Sure.
At this point, that's fine to the extent it's related somehow to what the Board of Selectmen recommended back to you.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
right. So we've already, yeah, so that's a really great point. We've been through the document, and we've done this detailed thing through the whole document before we sent it to the Board of Selectmen. So really, the only thing that we could really talk about would be anything that we changed at our last meeting. So I just thought it was good for us to look at the whole thing one more time, But yes, thank you for the clarification. If we forgot something from 2 weeks ago, well, sorry, it's going in, right? So I have no comments on the 7/17 meeting minutes. Does anyone have any
You need a motion to approve?
Oh, sorry, I need a motion to put it before us. So Commissioner Wackerman, and seconded by Commissioner Hoke. So the motion to approve the meeting minutes are before us. Are there any comments? None heard, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Prue, when you listen to this, and you have a long time to do these meeting minutes, it's 6:00.
Didn't hear him.
Daniel, did you approve?
You can raise your hand.
You're muted, Dan, if you,
We can't hear.
No, I'm not.
Oh, there you go.
No, I said aye.
aye, good, okay, good. That passes 6:00. Thank you very much. So, agenda item 5, to review and approve the charter revision for release to the Board of Selectmen. So, the final time we get to walk through this, ladies and gentlemen.
5 and 6 the same on the agenda?
No. The first is to review the actual document, and the second one is to review the overview that our vice chairman has meticulously prepared. That's an accompanying document to this.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
So, again, I'll do this quickly, just so we can all take one quick look at it. So I have the document that was provided by Attorney Bucksbaum. That is I think it was called, let me make sure. 2025-07-18 CRC final report draft. So this has every red line of everything we touched. And if it's something that we can debate, then I'll highlight that. I'll run through quickly. Paragraph 1.1, paragraph 1.2, paragraph 1.3, paragraph 1.4, paragraph 2.1. Paragraph 2.2 was recently changed. Are we all good with that? We're good. Paragraph 2.3. Paragraph 2.4. Paragraph 2.5. Paragraph 2.6. Paragraph paragraph 3.1. Paragraph 3.2, paragraph 3.3.
So we had a recommendation on paragraph 3.3. If you look at the fourth line down,
Sorry, let me bring it up on the screen so everyone can have a chance to look at it.
I'm just assuming the various kind of formatting will be fixed, like in some cases, in the red line,
Yeah, in the clean
the
version.
tables don't line up and all that, that'll be all fixed.
Yeah. Now, you'll notice we have not made a change in words to this, but Attorney Bucksbaum was telling me today, this does pertain to the overall comments we talked about last week with cause, without cause, and there's a part of the document that's pointing, this is pointing to a part of the document that we have altered, so
yeah,
please.
you guys had extensive discussion on terms, and whether there should be terms, daily terms, and you chose to omit most terms.
Right.
But this provision still says, it says when the term shall commence on the fourth Monday in November, that's fine. And then it says, and shall continue for the term set forth in section 1.4B. But the commission has deleted all the terms from section 1.4B.
Right.
So we would suggest deleting that language.
So deleting and shall continue up to 1.4B.
Yes.
Okay. I will make a motion paragraph 3.3. I think it's the second sentence, to strike the words after November. Let me read the whole sentence. It is the first sentence, unless otherwise provided by ordinance and except for members for Ethics Commission, whose terms shall commence on July 1st, and the Golf Commission, whose terms commence April 1st, the terms of office of all appointed town officers and members of permanent appointed boards and commissioners shall commence on the fourth Monday in November. My motion is to say November, period, and delete and shall continue for the term set forth in section 1.4B. The comma is replaced by a period.
I'll second that.
seconded by Commissioner Wackerman. Any further discussion? Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Commissioner Blanco? We're not hearing you, Dan, if you're unmuted.
There you go. You
Yeah,
can
I
just
heard that.
do your thumbs up.
It said aye. I don't know why you can't hear me.
Okay. I can hear you now. Don't do anything.
No.
There's a question on this. So how, I assume if a vacancy occurs, someone resigns or moves, retires in February, you can make up a date. So kind of mid quote unquote term, like this doesn't constrain action in any way, does it?
All good?
Yeah.
Okay. Section 3.4, section 3.5, section 3.6, section 4.1, section 4.2, section 4.3, section 4.4, section 4.5, section 5.2. Did I miss 5.1?
The title is on the bottom of.
Composition, you're right, 5.1. Section 5.2, paragraph 5.2. What is now paragraph 5.3, regulations. Paragraph 6.1. Paragraph 6.2. Paragraph 6.3. Paragraph 7.1. Paragraph 7.2. Paragraph 8.1. Paragraph 8.2. Paragraph 8.3. Paragraph 8.4. Paragraph 8.5.
Can I just, it's a formatting issue. When you have a title like that, can you keep that next line so that they're together, you know? that option?
The heading is on the, is the last,
Which section?
Yeah.
so on page 23, the heading is the last
In
sentence, or the last bit of words.
the clean version.
Yeah,
Cleans
so
that
you
up.
can just, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the red line, it's just not feasible to have.
Yeah, the red line drives a lot of line
Right,
changes.
I
and stuff.
know, I just wanted to mention.
Once the charter is like if this was all approved and approved a referendum, the formatting can change and
Right.
cleaned up. The
Right.
words
The
can't,
substance
the
can't
words
change.
can't change, but this will be put on, the website and whatnot, it'll be, that sort of stuff will be.
Prettied up.
Thank you.
Paragraph 8.5, paragraph 8.6. Now, we're getting into Article 9, appointed officers, so we'll step through this a little close. 9.1. 9.2. 9.3. 9.4. Nope, 9.4 is right. Assistant town-
9.1. Oh.
Assistant town attorneys
Oh, I
is
see.
9.4.
Section, sorry.
Paragraph 9.5. Paragraph 9.6. This is the town treasurer.
I had a question on this one. So maybe this is my miss, but when we discussed that last week, we did agree, as is noted, to essentially shift this to with cause. However, in the 2006 charter, so the current charter, it's actually without cause. So I thought we were just removing the change we made, but we are actually changing the 2006 charter by moving it to with cause versus without cause. I missed that. I don't know if anyone else missed that too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so we didn't have to my memory, we didn't have the same substantial discussion about that like we did with the economic development.
Yeah,
one,
good point.
Which is the only other one I think we changed. So I want to just bring that up to make sure we actually, maybe this is saying in the
Do
end the
we,
same
do we really
thing.
want this to be with cause or without cause?
Yeah.
Right.
Right, because right today, it actually is without cause.
Without may make sense because it's kind of, it's sort of a very part-time position, right? It's, as I understand it.
I would agree that without cause, as it stands today, is probably more applicable than with cause in this particular. So I'll make a motion, we can debate it then. I make a motion paragraph 9.6A to change, to have the final version of our draft read, "The town treasurer shall be appointed by the first select person and may be removed by the first select person without cause."
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Treshik. So we're basically reverting back to the current charter, and the only thing we're really changing is selectman to select person. Any conversation, any thoughts? There's been a bit of criticism about me not asking the public on everything, so this is our last meeting, and this is a substantive change, so does anyone in the public have any comment regarding my motion on 9.6, changing the town treasurer to without cause? How would we know if anyone did? They'd have to raise their hand, is that?
Yeah, they can raise
So,
their hand.
if anybody participating remotely would like to make a public comment, please just enter your name into the chat and we will call on you as we see it in the chat.
There appears to be none. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Dan Blanco.
Okay.
There we go.
600, very good. That worked, 600. Thank you. 9.7. 9.8. 9.9. 9.10. 9.11. 9.12. 9.13. 9.14 is brand new, that's our chief operating officer. Now the renumbered 9.15,
Can I,
please.
is that something we talked about in the last, with the Board of Selectmen? Or was it, I know that Selectman Kovcik mentioned something about this, but I forget if it was one of the 10 points the Board of Selectmen had. Like, can we talk about that?
Yes, because we were requested to change ex officio of all boards and commissions to
Yes.
just RTM.
Right.
Or reconsider of all, I guess, is what the ask was. So that was one of the 10 things they asked us to look at.
So I thought more about her comment that maybe this person should not should not caucus with their party, because I don't think the chief financial officer does caucus, right? I don't think.
The CFO could
He
caucus.
can?
I mean,
Okay.
the CFO is an ex officio member, so the CO, this is a.
The COO.
This is about the COO, but I mean, any ex officio member currently could caucus.
Okay.
And then the members of the body have the right to form a different caucus if they want to not caucus with somebody.
I thought this person would be the only appointed person, employee rather than elected person, but if the CFO can caucus too, I couldn't remember.
The
what-
CFO, Bob Mayer would caucus with the Democratic caucus
Oh,
back
okay.
in the day when he was CFO in the Board of Finance.
Okay.
And Board of Finance can caucus?
Board of
And-
Finance can.
And the Board of, I know
Board
Board
of
of
the
Ed chair today.
Currently, it's the
Yeah.
chair of the
Board
Board
of Chair,
of
Ed chair
Town
can?
attorney can. Town attorney could theoretically be a town employee.
Yeah, anyone on the,
Right.
so if our change goes through, It'll be any member of the Board of Ed, any member of the Board of Finance will be able to be ex officio to the RTM and then caucus with their individual caucus, which is the right of the ex officio, so.
Okay,
But,
then I
but
don't,
under FOIA, members of the body can they can register
A separate-
a separate caucus.
Right.
So,
if we wanted to exclude them or something, which I would, I mean, that's not what I'm wondering.
no, I know, but if
But
that's,
you could.
but that's
You
the
could,
concern,
okay.
that ability exists under FOIA,
Okay,
so.
okay, then I don't have
So I guess
any-
just asking your
But
question.
you could also make it express in the charter.
Yeah,
Is there anyone excluded from the ability, any ex officio member of the RTM excluded from the ability to
I
caucus
guess
at this
not, and
stage?
I forgot the CFO was an ex officio, so yeah, I guess not, so I don't have any change then proposed.
Okay, that's good discussion, though. That did come up, so that was. 9.15, the newly numbered 916.
So Karen, I'm sorry, so I'm just looking at the provision, so the CFO it's not the CFO, the CFO is an ex officio member of the Board of Finance,
Mm.
not RTM. The town clerk it's town clerk, the select persons, town attorney, assistant town attorneys, chairman of the Board of Ed, and members of the Board of Finance, who currently are the ex officio members.
Okay.
And if this goes through, it'll be the entire
Entire
Board of Ed
is the
Right.
change.
and the COO.
Right. Okay, I'm still okay with that.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. 917. 918. 919. 920. 921. 922. 923. 924. 925. 926. 927, this is where we added the Board of Library Trustees, yes, that's good. 928 is the new general manager of the WPCU. 10.1. 10.2. 10.3. 10.4 was deleted. The new 10.4 Police Commission. The new 10.5. New 10.6. 10.7. 10.8. 10.9. And 10.
Did we fix there was something, the flood prevention, climate resilience and erosion control board mentioned about alternates in an email, and I forget.
I asked that
We-
question.
Yeah, it was not, it was, I don't want
Time
to.
has passed, essentially.
Yeah, the time.
Oh, so we can't, yeah, okay.
It's also, one of the comments was that it's not mentioned in 1.4, but it is mentioned in the body, so that, practically speaking, it's still there.
And it's the correct number in the body, I think. right?
1.4.
Yeah, or no, and maybe in this, I don't know.
And then the other comment was that the alternates required to go to the RTM, but the members only required selectmen.
Oh.
Again, that's not something that's been reopened since.
Right. Okay, thanks.
I looked through all the comments we've gotten through.
Yeah, there were no comments on that, yeah.
And that was the only one that I thought maybe we would be allowed.
Mhm.
I asked, and, because all the other ones were kind of just, were fair comments, but it starts
Too
out
late.
as too late in the process.
Yeah.
Right, okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you. 10.21, 10 sorry, that's inaccurate. 10.11, 10.12. 10.13, 10.14 is the Ethics Commission. Ten point 15, 10.16. Ten point 17. That's the end section. Article 11, 11.1. 11.2. 11.3. 11.4. 11.5. Article 12. 12, paragraph 12.1, paragraph 12.2. Paragraph 12.3, paragraph 12.4, paragraph 12.5, paragraph 12.6, 12.7, no changes, paragraph 12.8, paragraph 12.9, Article 13. Paragraph 13.1, paragraph 13.2. Article 14. Paragraph 14.1, 14.2, 14.3, 14.4, 14.5. Appendix has been removed. That is it. Personal note, it's nice to look through all that, because that's a lot of work, and it's 9 months worth of work, and I want to thank everyone, because that's a lot of, it might not look like a lot of words, but it's a lot of work to get to these changes, so thank you all for participating in that. I'd like to put a motion before us to move the document as, did we amend anything?
We had
Yeah.
one.
Oh, just the town attorney, or, yeah, just 3.3, right?
Well, no, and the treasurer.
Yes, and the treasurer.
Yeah, right, sorry,
I think we had 2 changes then, right?
2 changes, right?
3.3, you deleted a few words, and 9.6, you put the old words
We
back.
put the old words back in with the exception of selectmen to select persons, yeah.
So I'm confused, and why can't we fix the flood, whatever verb, as Becky calls it, to remove the RTM for the, since we don't have it for the regular members, if we do those other changes?
Primarily because it's a new issue, so that was in your draft report to the Board of Selectmen. And that was not an issue.
Other things though, so.
Well, the first one had to do with, first off, it had to do with terms, which is what we debated last time with the Board of Selectmen. And it was pointing to a place in the document that didn't exist anymore. And then the last one was literally from the last meeting. So it fell within the realm of what we've discussed, or what the Board of Selectmen had turned back to us to discuss.
I mean, the flood and erosion control board would have to tie into one of those recommendations that the Board of Selectmen sent back. I think the 2 changes you made, it neatly ties in, because you had everybody removed without cause, so there really was no term. It
Right.
relates to both. Both changes relate to that.
Right.
The flood and erosion one, we didn't think it related to any of the recommendations.
And it does appear from what we talked about earlier that it's covered elsewhere. It's not,
Well, I mean, the RTM piece is a policy
Right, that's-
decision. Yeah,
Oh.
but that's just a policy judgment.
It was supposed to echo what the ordinance was, and we just did it wrong.
we didn't do it wrong. We had 9 months for someone to say it's wrong. Ms. Bennell had more than once commented on that language. So, there was time to do it, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it could, to the extent it matters, there is also the process in the charter to have the Board of Selectmen and the RTM pass a resolution to revise that, which is what was followed last year to change the name of the board.
Well, that was a
Change the-
legislature.
Right, but in the town, we changed the name of
That
the
would
board.
change the
using
code.
Using the process
Mhm.
in the charter.
so that would change the town code though, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So it can change, and it oversteps the charter in that respect.
Whatever's latest.
Supersedes the charter.
Yeah.
We have the right numbers. I forget if we have the right numbers of, we can't change it anyways.
Yeah.
The ordinance says 7 members, and upon the request, they could have 3 alternates.
I believe that's correct.
I think we said
I'm
7
sure
and
that's what
4.
you said.
What are we talking about?
For
3 alternates.
Flood and erosion. and-
10.11. So you have 7 members, and upon request, they could
Okay.
is what your charter says.
Our change says 7. 7 for the page 5. Flood prevention, climate resilience, and corrosion is 7.
So that is correct.
The number's right.
Yeah. But
Guys at the RTM.
Okay, I'll make a motion to move this document as amended to the Board of Selectmen for their final approval and ultimately to the November election.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Treshik. Is there any further discussion?
Jen had some public.
I just want to take a point of privilege. It's in the last week or so with everything that's gone on, I've been engaged in conversations about this process and talking about the process, and what came up to me, what became clear to me and made me feel very good about this process. I had no idea of anybody's political party on this commission. And I might have had it by some reference as to RTM, but it was a very rewarding recognition on my part. So I don't know what political party they are. What does it matter? And moving forward in the next week or two, I hope it doesn't matter. But thank you for the privilege of working with you.
I appreciate those comments. Thank you. That's very nice. And I as well. Judy, please.
I have one question. I thought that the RTM had some question about the legal, asking for legal assistance. And Liz said she wanted to ask you to remove that part.
Yeah, we can't though, because that wasn't one of the things.
It wasn't brought up by the Board of Selectmen.
There was a comment from them on limiting the ability of the RTM to request counsel, and then there was the change
that's
made
true.
about the vote. So you added, in response to that recommendation, you added a vote threshold.
That's true.
Pretty high vote threshold.
Yeah.
I think that was.
2/3, right? Yeah.
That was the 70.
Oh, no, we did, it was the
31 out of 40.
31 out of 40, 77.5%, yeah.
Stanford rule.
So this came up because we just finished rules to regulate that the RTM has to vote on, and we talked at length about how we would pick a lawyer and all that, and we really couldn't solve it because we couldn't think of when we would actually probably do it. And that made me think that I spoke with Representative Zezima about whether this should be in here at all. But I'm kind of thinking that because it's 77.5%, it's going to be very hard.
It's a high watermark,
It's gonna be-
yeah.
It's
have
got
to
to
be
be an
good
unusual
reason.
circumstance.
Yeah.
Right?
And I feel like when it comes to, and I dare say that, in the last 10 years, we probably might have had a situation where that would have been a good thing for the RTM to have.
Mhm.
And I think it was a good idea to bring it forward to at least give them the option. Again, it's a high watermark. It's not a slam dunk by any shot, but I still think it belongs in there as an option, right?
Yeah, I do. I haven't talked to Representative Zezima, but I think it's such a high bar that it would have to be a pretty united RTM wanting to do this.
Right.
And they'd figure
Right.
it out.
My understanding was now that there's a firm involved with more than one attorney, that there's plenty of work. If there's too much work, they can spread it around their firm. That was what I heard.
I think with the current situation, we're in really good
It's a
shape.
different situation.
Exactly.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
One busy attorney
Mm-hmm,
But,
doing charter revision at that time.
but that could return,
right.
right?
Yeah, that,
You could
it's
be a
it's
single
not
town
it's not a
attorney.
given that we're gonna hire a town attorney the next time that's associated with a firm. That is
Right.
true. Even though it would seem to be a best practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, All right, any further discussions? Christine Brown, I see you online. Do you have any thoughts? You lost Jen.
She had a comment too.
She did?
And
She have her hand raised?
No, she had had written something, but I don't know if we could change
Oh.
the wording.
Oh, nope, thank you. Okay, great. About the 917 number, is that? I don't know who that is. Okay, seeing none. All in favor? Aye.
Well,
Thumbs up.
Yes. 600. Thank you all very, very much.
You guys can hear me.
Oh, we can hear you now.
We saw your thumbs up, Dan.
Okay, great. Great, thanks.
Agenda item 6 is to review and approve the final charter overview for release to the Board of Selectmen. So this is the absolutely amazing document that our vice chairman prepared for the first delivery, and now he prepared a version for this evening, and I guess we had to probably touch it up a little bit based on, well, I don't know. It's at a high level. I don't think we've probably done anything that's affected this, right?
Change on this. So what you saw back with the submission of the draft, what substantially has changed since then are, one, added references, paragraph and such references.
Right.
Two, have obviously made it updated it according to the changes that we've made. The one change that I did make, a minor editing change to what I sent as a PDF, I think that's mine, if I remember correctly, was on number 3, the commission goals. I added the point after received, I added prior to draft report submission. The reasoning why, as I thought about that, is, and I recognize the fact, like the discussion we just had, that we've not been able to act on inputs received from electors after the draft submission. So I didn't want to imply that we in fact have acted on them. We can't. We submitted a
Right.
draft report. So that was the one minor change.
Oh, so you kind of bounded the problem a little bit, right? Yeah.
Now I said our commission goal is to consider all inputs from town electors received prior to draft report submission.
Got it.
Because we can't act on those afterwards.
Great.
I have one suggestion.
Yeah.
The modernized fire commission responsibilities, because this came up with the Board of Selectmen, that should we say at the request of the commission or something? Like, I don't want people to
Sure.
worry that we just, without knowing what we're doing, we just change stuff.
Which is that, sorry? Modernize the charter in several areas, is that what?
Under address known issues with keyboards and commissions, that'd be 1, 2, 3, third bullet. So
Oh,
you're
yeah.
saying.
Oh, Modernize fire commission
uh,
responsibility.
Request of the fire
Commission.
commission.
Because,
Um,
no, with the commission.
Just say
So,
general-
so,
okay, commission.
Commissioner Brennan was here speaking on behalf of herself as a commissioner, but then that commission was backed up with a document that was submitted through the website that basically backed up everything that she had said. And I think that's a good point, because that did come up at the last meeting, as Selectman Kupchak was wondering why we stripped all the meat off of the fire commission, and we were like, well, it's just aligned, it needed to be aligned to what it currently does, right? Yeah, right, exactly. Exactly. I read over this document today, and I have to tell you, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7 kind of focus areas, right? And I was struck by the fact that if I have to help draft the questions that go on the ballot, I'm going right to this document and going to those 7 categories. So I appreciate the way you've lumped this stuff in. Like I said, one of the things for me, and maybe I'm speaking out of turn, but the last bullet from not the last bullet, the second to last bullet, I think there really should be a question: do you want to see a modernized charter? I mean, this is a almost 20-year-old charter, and as a taxpayer in this town, do you want to see a modernized charter that talks about naming conventions and talks about best practices and stuff like that? So I think this document is amazing. I'll make a motion to move it forward as just amended, the last couple of words. Can we send a final PDF version to our 2 attorney friends? I'll make a motion to move this document forward to the Board of Selectmen for inclusion is it will they vote on this as well, or is this kind of just a reference document, right?
Just a reference.
Yeah, it's part of your report, but it's a reference document.
Right. So we'll move it forward as a reference document to the Board of Selectmen for, hopefully to help them with their questions. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Hoke. Any further discussion?
It's very good, thank you for doing it.
Thank you.
Yeah, amazing. This is, this was a lot. This was probably harder than the whole, I mean, really, trying to summarize everything we've talked about in 3 pages is tough, so thank you very much.
You do.
Thank you so much. That was great work, Eric.
Thank you, Dan.
Okay, no further discussion. Seen? Any comments from the public?
Get the
Okay.
word out. I think it's the best kept secret in town because nobody knows what's going on here.
Shh, don't tell
I
me.
know. I'm not gonna tell them.
Well, we did get one email this week to say, I'm not voting for it. So, whatever.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
600. Dan Blanco, let me see that little hands up.
Dancing thumb.
He said aye.
You did say aye?
I like the thumb better.
600 approved. All right.
There you go, there it is.
Thanks, Dan.
It would be great if we can get this.
Thumb. I get it. You need to see the thumb. I said hi.
I mean, Christine will put it in the newsletter.
I was just gonna say,
And she mentioned today at the Board of Selectmen meeting again that they're gonna meet on the 6th.
Oh, so they're doing it on the 6th?
I think so, that's what she said in the meeting.
But I mean specifically.
I thought she was gonna do it.
Yeah.
She said next, did she change her mind? I thought
That
Christine,
is the
wanted-
next meeting.
the next,
She wants a
no,
special.
she wants a special meeting on like the 28th or 29th.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
she talked about that. I
We
don't think
talked about that at our meeting.
Wasn't committed to.
No, it
Right.
wasn't,
I think that's the issue.
yeah.
Okay.
The art of non-commitment.
Well, excuse me so much. That's it, okay. Let's get back to the agenda. Agenda item 7, public comment session. Judy Ewing, anything, any last words for the commission after 9 months?
No, I think you've done a really good job.
Thank
And I'm
you.
concerned that the public doesn't know what's going on, because the minutes didn't always express where you were at when you have those sense of the body concerns, but you didn't say what you're gonna do with it until later on.
Yeah.
The minutes were not helpful to people who were following the minutes,
Yeah,
even though they reflected what you did at the meeting.
I think the assumption that people were following the minutes is,
Two people were.
yeah.
And they asked me questions, so.
I'm not arguing with it, Judy, I'm just saying that I think that this commission has done its utmost to be transparent, to be informative, and to provide opportunity. And I think just by
Well, I'm not saying
the,
the minutes were incorrect, I'm just saying they weren't
no,
as complete as if you had taken each section and voted on it at various meetings, then they'd have something to grab onto. Because the last time, people would respond in the newspaper about various issues that had come up at the public meeting. But of course, there were more people at the meetings too.
Right. Thank you for coming to all these.
Yeah,
meetings.
thank you, Jude. Thanks for your time.
Well, I like to
Appreciate
know
it.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Motion to adjourn. Final adjournment.
Second, or do you need a motion?
Why don't you make the
Move
motion?
to adjourn.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all very much.